chose Chris Broad, and how well he deserved it for his 99.
One change in both of these sides from the teams that turned out at the Oval. Mike Gatting, the England captain, was unfit. He had that infected toe. In came Graham Gooch, but Bill Athey retained his place in partnership with Chris Broad as the opener. And for Pakistan, out went Ijaz Ahmed, and in comes Mohsin Kamal, much more experienced right-arm seamer. Umpires David Constant and Barry Mayer. So the toss was won by Pakistan, and they put England into bat. We join the match now in the 5th over, the very first ball. 12 runs have been scored, and Imran is bowling to Chris Broad.
And again off the legs there, whipped through mid-wicket. And the 2 or 3 runs there, they'll have to run quick. That was make 3 at the finish. Shout, and he's got Bill after this time. Not quite getting forward, just got halfway, and the ball nipping back into him from just outside the off stump. So it's been a little bit of trouble there against Imran as Bill after this morning, and he's a bit angry with himself there. Didn't quite get forward, just caught halfway.
Excellent delivery from Imran Khan. Athey in 2 minds, not getting very far forward. And the big shout answered in the affirmative by Barry Mayer, and England lose their first wicket.
And Gooch, nice after mark there, just nudging it away to mid-wicket. A relief for him after all the noughts he's had this year. Again, away off his legs. The bowlers have got to keep it away from that leg stump. Chris Broad is very, very strong indeed. 3 more runs.
And now we're going to see a new face for English viewers. Mohsin Kamal.
Shout there, pitching the ball well up this time, and Gooch a little bit slow in getting forward. Well worth a shout there.
Ball of much fuller length from Kamal, and a very good shout by the Pakistanis.
Again, beautifully timed stroke there by Chris Broad. Didn't appear to really hit that, but it's straight away square on the offside for 4 runs. No problem at all there.
Mohsin to continue to Graham Gooch.
Took full advantage of it. Experience there from the bowler, keeping the batsman tucked up.
Yes, and Graham Gooch getting his foot right across there. And that is a perfect shot. This really was a cracking delivery, starting just outside the leg stump and coming right across. Very, very close indeed. Beautiful delivery.
It's very well bowled. He was just outside off stump. That's out. That's out. Very, very close, but Gooch, like Affy, he didn't get all that far forward there, or he didn't seem to from our commentary position here. We'll have a closer look at it on the replay. It looked fairly plumb.
Yes, straight delivery, did absolutely nothing off the pitch, and Graham Gooch's head is a little bit over on the offside. He's playing round his front foot there, and that looked very much as though it was going to hit the middle stump.
Lamb made 61 at the Oval in the first of these Texaco Limited Overs Internationals.
Mudassar Nazar coming on to replace Mohsin Kamal.
Short there, and Chris Broad swings that round to square leg, and that was 4 runs as soon as it left the bat.
Good old-fashioned long hop, easily dispatched by the very much in-form Chris Broad. Mudassar to Lamb.
And again, Alan Lamb just fishing outside that off stump. He doesn't really use his left arm to control the bat, and anything round about off stump he looks very vulnerable at. Got Mickey Stewart there with Mike Gatting. Mike Gatting not playing with a poisoned toe. I'm not sure Alan Lamb got that exactly where he was hitting it, but it's certainly gone through, and wouldn't even be sure if that wasn't 4 again. I think Mr. Khan might just have picked that up with 1 foot still behind the rope.
See Imran here. His foot touches the rope there with his hand in contact with the ball, and definitely on the way back picks up the ball with his foot over the boundary rope. So I think on both counts it should have been 4 runs to Lamb.
And it's WASIM AKRAM again to continue now to Chris Broad. Fine shot there again, and that takes Chris Broad to his 50. Beautiful shot off his legs. He really is strong in that area, and continuing the good work of the winter and the summer so far this year. Marvellous innings again by Chris Broad.
He really is in cracking form.
A good delivery, and Chris Broad played this time, and he walked without the umpire giving him out. But again, you saw a little bit of indifferent bounce, bouncing quite high, chest high nearly, and nicking through to the keep.
Very important wicket for Pakistan. Chris Broad having been in cracking form. Short, bouncing, a little bit away from the body. The ball left him off the seam. Chris Broad not even bothering to look at the umpire. But a super innings once again.
Incoming batsman David Gower. Mudassar coming back on at the football ground end. Not on that occasion, he really flashed that away. Again, we have a problem there of the fieldsman going very near the rope to collect the ball. Beautifully timed shot. Now we're going to have a little bit of spin to see if there's any damp in the wicket for the spin bowler. Tosif Ahmed coming on at the pavilion. Oh, and that was just a chance. David Gower trying to slash it off his back foot. And the ball just carrying there.
David getting a little bit tucked up there. No question it carried to the fielder.
Deep backward square. First over after lunch completed. 100 up in 204 balls for England. Second 50 took 103, and that's an indication of how well Pakistan have bowled out there this morning. There's been no better stroke play today. Nothing really wrong with the ball, just that Gower was quickly into position and cracked it right off the meat of the bat. General elections coming up everywhere. Perhaps may be listed as the candidate for East Karachi or thereabouts. Here in the comfortable area of Trent Bridge, it's 117 for 3 and 26, Gower 24. Constant has given Lamb. Lamb wasn't looking. He was away with his back turned to the keeper. One assumes it had to be inside edge down onto pad. I think it certainly hit Lamb's pad and then through to the keeper. And if that is so, it was a magnificent piece of wicket keeping. Quite well, either off the glove or off the bottom edge, and it was a super catch because the ball was on its way down. Lamb just caught by Yusuf off Tossie's bowling for 26. Gower is 24, both of them not yet off the mark. 17 for 4 after 38. Oh, and now it's 117 for 5. That 200 I was talking about earlier, then it was a fairly low score. Now it's looking to be a very, very difficult target to reach. Beautifully bowled by Mudassir Nazar.
David Gower undone both by a bit of swing and also a change of pace by Mudassir. Gower's through his shot before the ball's there and crashes into middle and off stump. It's a crucial blow for Pakistan. England 5 wickets down now for 117.
Jack Richards is the new batsman. Mohsin Kamal caught it. Both of them's gone without scoring, and England now deep in trouble. Off spinner Tosif Ahmed tempted both of them. He hit it well enough, but it's a long part of the ground, and Mohsin Kamal, who's fielded quite brilliantly, positioned himself very well down there. Both of them has gone without scoring. England 117 for 6.
It's the wicket the opposition always want, dearest. He's hit it quite fine. It's in the air a long time. Kamal making no mistake.
John Embury is the captain today in the absence of Mike Gadding. He's also the new batsman.
And that's a fine catch there. Jack Richards on the back foot. Hitting the ball pretty hard, but a very fine catch indeed there. Mansour Ilali, he delighted with that, and England now in dire trouble. 121 for 7. Yes, he kept down and had to move to his left and above his head, and a very fine catch indeed there.
Philip de Freitas, the new batsman for England.
At the moment it's Tosif Ahmed to continue bowling to John Embury. You can see at the moment he's taken 2 for 24 of his 9 overs. Oh, and John Embury making room there and hitting over extra cover. That's a fine shot, 4 runs down to the long off boundary. And I think that's quite good tactics, because it's not going to be easy when Imran comes back and WASIM AKRAM, so they've got to take a few runs off the off-spinner if they're going to make anything like a decent total.
Totally premeditated shot by Embry. Moving inside the line and hitting it over the top.
That's a fine stroke. Nicely timed, no great backlift. And that's speeding away for 4 runs there. Beautiful shot there by John Embry. So we've now got Imran Khan coming back. He can finish the bowling off at that far end. He's got 5 overs left. Nicely turned away by the first and going for 2 after hurry, but not a very good return there. And it's in there, and that's De Freitas gone. The ball nipped back a little bit from outside off stump. Trying to tilt on the leg side, got a leading edge again, and the ball just lobbed up to square cover. So again, England now in real problems again.
Watch the bat pushing it away on the onside. The ball didn't really come on. Hit the leading edge and a lob catch to Mansour.
Neil Foster, new style helmet there, like a motorcycle police rider. Well, that's a fine delivery from Imran. That could really come back and went straight over the top of Bill Style. Really opened John Embry up completely there.
Very interesting to see this, that Imran's not trying to bowl fast. He's bowling medium pace and letting the ball do the work. A lot of swing. That went over the middle stump.
Again, just that little bit of extra bounce that you can't see occasionally on this wicket.
Yes, Imran's varying his pace. He's bowling the odd quick one, but most of the time he's just concentrating on putting the ball in the right place and letting it swing in with the breeze.
That's a fine stroke. Just over-pitched a little bit there, and John Embry really got onto that over extra cover and a beautifully timed shot. And that's the 150 up for England.
A terrific shot this. Imran pitching that right up. John Embry very powerful. Hit that straight over extra cover.
Quick here, and there's a shout, and he's giving him out. Very tight. I think Neil Foster probably thought he'd just got back, but Imran was down the wicket very quick. Underhand throw, and he's on his way. And that's the last thing you wanted at the moment, with still 5 overs remaining.
Yes, very quick reaction here from Imran. Oh dear, what a disaster. Brilliant pickup, underarm throw, and Foster on his way. Terrible hiccups in the running, and a brilliant throw, and Foster well out.
Shan't be needed in Graham Gillis batting, because that's all over. And Pakistan will absolutely be delighted with that score. Not quite 3 and over. Anything above 3 and over would have given England a reasonable chance, because the ball is swinging and seaming a little bit, and they've got 5 seam bowlers out there. But that's a little bit on the low side.
WASIM AKRAM bowling that through the gate. And hitting the stumps. But a very good innings by John Embry. The captain played extremely well. He was 25 after the middle order had fallen apart. But an excellent all-round performance by Pakistan. Both fielding and bowling, they've stuck to their task under fairly helpful conditions. It'll be interesting to see whether England can do the same thing.
157 then, England all out of 51 overs and the 1 ball. Chris Broad, by far and away the best batsman there, the most fluent, useful contributions from Alan Lamb and David Gower and John Embry, but a spot of careless adventure down the order and a minor disaster there as England lost their tail. Enthusiastic bowling by the Pakistanis and some excellent figures returned by WASIM AKRAM. Just bowled 9 overs and 1 ball, 2 wickets for 18. All the seamers quite tight, and so the off-spinner Tausif Ahmed, 2 for 33 off 11. So Pakistan, batting second, required 158 runs to win the match. At a very modest run rate, 2.87 runs per over. And so we join the Pakistan innings with the 4th ball of the 2nd over. Mind you, they'd already changed the 1st ball after 1 ball of Graham Dilley's 1st over. It had become scarred and skagged when Graham Gooch stamped on it. The score is 6 for no wicket, and we'll watch De Freitas bowling to Ramiz Raja.
Lovely shot. Good player, this fellow. Ramiz Raja. Beautifully timed stroke away through mid-wicket. There's a good stroke again. Ramiz Raja started off beautifully here today at Trent Bridge. Just to make up for what happened to him at the Oval the other day. It's 4 fewer they need. Delightful stroke by Madassa Nazar. 21 for naught now. Madassa has gone on to 9. No ball, and no wonder they're clapping their hands to their heads, because they were all about to lift themselves a 1.5 foot off the ground in a very, very loud appeal for OBW.
Yes, and that would have been very close to. Bounced a little, may have been a bit high, but very, very close indeed, but it doesn't really matter because it's a no ball. Barry Mayer having a little grin there.
And with a shout, an appeal, and yes, the umpires have conferred and he's been given out. It was certainly a very fine catch, very low, quick. That's Ramiz Raja gone, caught by Graham Gooch at first slip. Certainly the bowl and slip, I've no doubt at all that they caught.
Yes, and this is a very good delivery, just the right line, just moving away a little bit. And beautifully picked up there by Graham Gooch. Very, very good catch indeed.
At the moment, it's Philip De Freitas now to continue to Madassa. It's almost a catch, and Bill Athy, full-length dive there, going for the catch, couldn't quite stop it then.
Bill Athey been a fine fielder inside the circle, but a vain dive on that occasion.
And now it's Neil Foster to Madassa. That's a shout for Abidou and he's out. Certainly not pretty straight. Just shifting across, not going backwards or forwards. So there's Madassa, LBW to Neil Foster for 12.
Super piece of bowling by Foster. Got Madassa onto the back foot with the previous delivery, and this time trapping him in LBW right in front of all three.
And the game's suddenly alive again now, 29 for 2. It's anybody's game, but certainly Pakistan have got quite a few good, useful batsmen in the middle order, but certainly now England are back in the game. The incoming batsman is Javed Miandad, who of course played for Sussex, Glamorgan. Yes, a repeat of the wicket there, no doubt about that. The ball just coming out a fraction from leg, pitching round about middle, and I think would have hit about middle. Good delivery. Certainly Javed played so well at the Oval, and if he played anything like that, he could certainly just swing the game today. And he's away straight away with a glorious square cut there. And a brilliant piece of fielding as well by De Freitas. And a good return as well. Marvellous piece of fielding there. A very good shot as well.
A really great piece of cricket. Fine shot. Miandad getting right on top of his square cut. Travelling quickly. De Freitas rushing round, full-length dive. Managing to stop the ball. Eventually picks it up and gets a good throw in.
We've got another change now at the football ground end. It's Ian Botham coming to the attack. He didn't make any runs today, so he'll be anxious to make up for it with the ball. Might be a bit of disappointment for Ian. He usually gets a wicket with that delivery. But on this occasion, he's whipped it there for 4. Quite a bit of bounce there. The ball just ran away from Mansour, and again playing and missing, very near the edge.
The two looseners, followed by a real perler of a delivery.
Repeated the first ball again there. It's 4 more runs. Which is one thing that England don't want at the moment. They've got things tightened up nicely. And certainly been 2 or 3 very loose deliveries this over, with one very good one. Ian Botham persisting, blown a bit short, and Mansour's got him away down to fine leg this time. And this is not really what England want at the moment. Both of them giving away too many runs.
Pakistan 50, coming up in 129 balls.
First over after tea, remember, he cost just the single. It's going to be Neil Foster. He's been the pick of the England bowlers so far. And still is. Deserved that. Neil Foster, a good delivery to get rid of Mansour Akhtar. He's been the man who's kept the ball up to the bat, made them play at it. He's bowled with more brains than anyone else out there today.
Really quite a remarkable delivery for the first one after tea for him. Pitching middle stump, just leaving Akhtar off the pitch. A really good delivery. Mansour can't complain about being bowled out by that one. He did everything he could, but it's a superb delivery.
New batsman is Salim Malik. splendid stroke to get off the mark for Salim Malik. Smashed that away past point. When the few bad balls Foster has bowled.
Skipper John Embry coming on.
Beautifully bowled. He's been pushing it through, keeping Javed. Oh, yes. Brilliantly thrown in. Well, what a good day Neil Foster is having.
Foster's not only bowled well, but that was a magnificent throw. Flat, one bounce, direct hit from about 70 yards. Terrific piece of fielding.
Foster was very quickly around to it. It was a good throw, good pick up and throw. He didn't waste a fraction of a second. And certainly Salim Malik wasn't as far advanced on the turn as was Javed Miandad. Skipper's in now for Pakistan. Imran Khan has come to the crease in place of Salim Malik. It's a very good shot. One of the very few loose balls John Embry has bowled. Javed Miandad has taken full advantage of it.
We're going to have Graham Gooch bowling from the pavilion. That's the 100 up for Pakistan. 4 wickets coming up in the 37th over. So they're going on very nicely at the moment.
The acting captain just having a word with his principal bowler. Dilly and Foster have been the pick of the England bowlers today. Dilly coming in to Miandad.
Again, that flashing square cut. He's taken one this time. And that's Javed Miandad's 50, and another fine 50. He played brilliantly down at the Oval. He's continued it here. Just 28th 50 in limited overs internationally. And he also has 400s as well, so that's a pretty outstanding performance. And he really is now a world-class player. He's in the top 3 or 4 batsmen in the world, I would say. Needing 29 more runs to win off 9 overs, with still 6 wickets remaining. 3.22 per over. No real problems.
I've got the wrong idea about this, but the pitch seems to me to be one where you need to keep the ball up at the batsman, give it a chance to move off the seam either way. Not really the one where you try and bowl bouncers. There was the fielder. It's quick between the wickets. Javed Miandad. Quick to turn and very sharp to come back.
Yes, it's very interesting. I reckon, Richie, that he makes his mind up when he hits the ball that he's going for 2, whatever happens. In that case, then, he really goes very, very fast indeed.
Came off his pad. Jack Richards knew, Javed Miandad knew, but both of them wasn't quite so sure.
Javed trying to run that past first slip, actually, in that direction. It was a little bit too close to him. It just clipped his pad.
De Freitas is chasing again. Very good. Very enthusiastic young cricketer, Philip de Freitas. He's worked extremely hard in these two matches. Don't even bother looking for that. If they're lucky, it will have been stopped by someone on the way through to the next road.
Magnificent shot, this. Feet down the wicket, straight swing of the bat, and he hit that right in the middle. And it must have cleared, it must have been 20, 30 feet up when it went over the boundary rope. Tremendous strike.
It's one of the cleanest hits we've seen for a long time. 153 for 4 now, 158 needed. Bring the scores level. Chris Broad, who normally is a very safe fielder, has not got everything behind that. Made 52 for England when they batted. The winning run. Now it's a question of how quickly they can get off the field and manage to evade the supporters. The lucky ones have a bat in their hand. Fine win for Pakistan to level the series. It's the 21st match between these two countries. Pakistan now have won 7 times, and this is their 3rd victory in England. 158 for 4. Javed Miandad 71 not out. Imran Khan 21 not out. 51 overs. Slightly less than the number of overs given to England when they were all bowled out for 157. 157 England, Broad 52, Lamb 26, Gower 24 and Embury 25. Some splendid bowling from Pakistan in conditions that assisted the bowlers here at Trent Bridge today. Pakistan having put England into bat. Imran Khan 2 for 31 and Mohsin Kamal. I thought Mohsin Kamal bowled well, 2 for 31 also, but the pick of the attack, as far as I was concerned, was WASIM AKRAM, 2 for 18 in 9.1 overs. Madassa Nazar 1 for 36 and Tosif Ahmed 2 for 33. Pakistan in reply 158 for 4 with the captain and Javed Miandad seeing them through. The batsman out, Madassa for 12, Razim Raja for 13, Mansur Akhtar for 21, Salim Malik for 9. 71 to Javed and 21 to Imran. 158 for 4. And that was after 52 overs were completed. England, Dilly none for 16 from 9, De Freitas 1 for 30. Foster 2 for 25, bowled very well, had his leg cutter working today. Botham looked ordinary with the ball, didn't seem to me to be able to stretch out as well as we've seen him on many other occasions. Embury none for 33 and Gooch none for 12. So the Texaco Trophy Series is squared now, with the match to come on Monday at Edgbaston to see which will be the champion country. Pakistan here at Trent Bridge today beat England by 6 wickets.
Marvellous prospect we have.